Hi my dear students, welcome back to biology classes. Today we will be dealing with another branch of biology, anatomy. In our first class we have discussed that anatomy is the study of internal characteristics of organisms. Plant and animal anatomy is there. Okay, today let us discuss anatomy of plants. Okay, it deals with, within the plant body. Internal characteristics study or the internal forms study is called anatomy. Within the plant body, there are no organs, we can say. Whereas in an animal, inside the animal's body, there are number of organs. So animal's anatomy study is different from plant anatomy. Okay, animals anatomy deals with number of organs, study of organs, whereas plant anatomy deals with study of tissues only. Whereas in animals is given special name histology. We will discuss it in the next class. Okay, anyway, plant anatomy deals with the study of tissues, plant tissues. Okay, then what are tissues? Tissues are a group of cells which carry out similar functions. Okay, a group of cells which carries out similar function. Okay, is known as a tissue. You have learned it and it should have a common origin. Likewise, definition we have studied. Okay, anyway, there are some differences in the definition of tissues that you gradually study this year. Okay, see. In plant tissues, we can broadly classify the tissues into meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Okay, you know what is a meristem and you know what is a permanent tissue. Learned already. A meristem consists of a group of actively dividing cells. All the cells are in a phase of cell division. They can divide and increase in number. Okay, so a meristem consists of cells in division phase which can divide, whereas permanent tissue consists of cells which have arrested the cell division, okay, which is no more capable of cell division. They are permanent to carry out certain functions. Okay, they are differentiated cells. They have the tissue has differentiated cells. Okay, matured, not again in a phase of division. Whereas some of the permanent tissues are later regaining the capacity to divide. That also we will discuss as secondary meristem later. Okay, just understand, normally permanent tissue consists of matured cells which are not in a state of division. Whereas meristematic tissues consist of cells which are dividing. Okay, then the different types of meristems. Based on the origin, meristems are classified to primary and secondary meristems. The name itself gives the answer. Okay, what is a primary meristem? If that meristem is present in the primary plant body, its origin is primary. Okay, it occurs from its germination onwards. Okay, in the primary growth it helps. Okay, such a meristem is known as primary meristem. The root apex, shoot apex, examples for primary meristem. Okay, the apical meristem we discussed. So anyway, based on origin, primary meristem means the first formed, first appearing meristem which help in the primary growth. Whereas secondary meristem appears in the later stages of plant life and they help in secondary growth, increase in girth. The large trees can increase in girth, width, because of the secondary growth that is achieved by secondary meristem. Anyway, primary meristem is first formed, secondary meristem appears only in the later stages of life which help in the secondary growth of plants. Okay, then based on position, the location, meristem is classified to apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Okay, just listen. If it's a plant, if it's a small plant or a big plant, its extreme tip, every shoot extreme tip Okay, we can call it as shoot apex. That is an apical meristem. Similarly, every root end, the tip is groin region. Actively dividing cells they have. That meristem is known as root apical meristem. The root apical meristem and shoot apical meristem are examples for apical meristem. We can simply call shoot apex, root apex. Okay, so apical meristem help in increase in length. Okay, then the next one, intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem is present in the nodes of certain monocots, grasses especially. You know, when the grasses are grazed by cattle, then also it can sprout. Maybe the tips might be gone or eaten by the apex might be eaten by the cattle. Still, it can grow. It can increase in length. It is due to its intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristems are the meristems seen especially in monocots like grasses, which are especially at the nodes. Okay, then lateral meristems. Lateral meristems are seen on the lateral sides of the body, which is mainly cambium and all we will discuss later, and it helps in the growth in thickness or width. Okay, anyway, the three types of meristems based on the position include apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Why I go in very speed is you have already learned it. We are just recollecting that ideas. Okay. Then, so apical meristems at the root apex and shoot apex. Then intercalary meristem at the nodal regions of mainly grasses. Then lateral meristems are seen in between and lateral sides on the stem and root, which help in increase in girth. Mainly they include cambium. Okay. Then come to the permanent tissue. Here I have drawn only permanent tissues. These are made up of this type of tissues. Okay. If the meristem is made up of parenchyma, right? Then permanent tissue means which are no more in a state of division, cell division. Permanent tissues are mainly two types, simple tissue and complex tissues. Do you remember what is a simple tissue and what is a complex tissue? Yeah, a simple tissue is formed only of one type of cells. If the tissue is exclusively made up of similar type of cells, okay, then it is known as simple tissue. Whereas if the tissue has different types of cells in it, it is known as complex tissue. Okay, from the figure you can get the idea. So anyway, simple tissue is made up of homogeneous cells, all cells similar. Okay, there are no any variety of cells. Whereas complex tissue composed of many types of cells. Okay, in your earlier definition of tissue, you might have studied a tissue is a group of cells which are similar. We cannot define so now because a tissue may also consist of different types of cells. Here, xylem consists of different types of cells. Phloem consists of different types of cells. Anyway, here you just understand simple tissue examples are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Okay, parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Then complex tissue examples are xylem and phloem. The two complex tissues are xylem and phloem. Okay, then come to this figure. Parenchyma is a plant tissue which is living, which composed of living cells. Among these three types of tissues, only the parenchyma is made up of fully living cells. The cell has definite nucleus and cytoplasm. The cells are living in parenchyma tissue. And they are thin-walled cells made of cellulosic cell wall only there. Okay, so a parenchyma is a tissue which is made up of, which is very compactly or whatever arrangement is, it is made up of thin-walled cells which are living cells. Okay, just keep the two things in mind. They are formed of living cells which are thin-walled. Okay, then whereas as collenchyma we can say a modified parenchyma. Okay, in which you can see the cells are maybe earlier living, but towards maturity they are dead cells. No content is there. So collenchyma is a modified parenchyma. In early life, at the time of birth formation, they are living, but later at maturity they are dead, and on the cell walls only here you can see the cell walls show a special thickening. What is it? Corners only thickened. That's what is about collenchyma. We can just say collenchyma is corners thickened parenchyma. Okay, but they are not living. Okay, so the corners are specially thickened with what? Pectin. Okay, cellulose and pectin deposits are there. So made up of only cellulose. Here made up of cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin. Pectin deposits are there for the thickening. Okay, then come back to the next one, sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma tissue is made up of thick walled cells. All over the walls are thick. Okay, and this thickness is due to the deposit of lignin. That's why it's highly thick. Lignin deposit is there in sclerenchyma. And there are mainly two types of sclerenchyma seen in plants. They are sclerites and fibers. Two types of sclerenchyma are sclerites and fibers that we are going to study in detail later. So anyway, sclerenchyma is a plant tissue which is totally dead, which has highly thickened cell walls. The cells have highly thickened cell walls with the lignin deposits. Okay, lignified cell walls. Okay, then come to the complex tissue. Here you have seen all the cells in the tissue are similar. Same type of cells are there. Okay, whereas in the next case, it is a complex tissue because it is composed of different types of cells. Here in one tissue itself, you can see I have drawn many types of cells. I will label it, we can label it. Okay, so just listen here, this is xylem. Xylem is composed of one member, xylem vessel. The broad cell, red color here I have marked is xylem vessels with numerous perforations for transport of water. You know, xylem helps in the transport of water. Okay, phloem helps in the transport of nutrients, prepared food. Okay, anyway, these two are conducting tissue. Xylem helps in the transport of water, you have studied earlier. Then phloem helps in the transport of nutrients. Anyway, xylem and phloem are complex because they are composed of different types of cells. Xylem is composed of xylem vessel and this tissue is xylem trachea. Remember? This cell is xylem trachea and these are xylem parenchyma. This is the only living tissue. Okay? Then there is xylem fiber also. Just understand why is xylem complex tissue. Because xylem is made up of 4 types of cells which are entirely different types in shape, in size, everything. So different types of cells make a complex tissue. Here xylem is made up of xylem vessel, one type of cell, broad cell. Then xylem trachea, the pipe-like cell with pointed ends. Then narrow fiber like xylem fiber, green color I have drawn in between. Then parenchyma cells, the usual parenchyma. Okay, so xylem is a complex tissue. Come to the next type, phloem. Phloem is also a complex tissue. It is made up of sieve cell, one partner. One type of cell is sieve cell. Another one here is companion cell. You have learnt, okay, companion cell. Then here is phloem parenchyma. Okay, then here is phloem fiber, the red color I have given here. Just understand why is phloem a complex tissue is it is made up of 4 types of cells. Phloem sieve cells, phloem parenchyma, companion cells and phloem fibers. Since there are 4 types of cells take part in the formation of phloem, it is a complex tissue. And it helps in what's function of phloem? It helps in the transport of nutrients or prepared food from the leaf to various parts of the plant body. Okay, what's the function of xylem? It helps in the transport of water from roots to all parts of the plant body. Okay, so we have discussed in very brief. Its elaboration is there for you in +1 syllabus, anatomy of angiosperms, flowering plants. You have. Okay, then just keep in mind whichever plant part is, whether it's root, whether it's stem, a leaf or flower, it's made up of this type of tissues. There are no more internal organs in plants. Okay, plant parts are made up of, or plant organs are made up of this type of tissues. For example, if it's a leaf, it has epidermal tissue. Okay, epidermis, upper and lower epidermis, okay, made up of parenchyma. And it has mesophyll tissue. It has, made up of parenchyma, again chlorenchyma. Then again it has xylem and phloem. If it's a leaf, it has all these tissues. And if it's a stem, it has all these tissues. Okay, if it's a root also, it has all these tissues. So all parts of the plant body are made up of this type of simple and complex tissues. Okay, so I think the introduction part about the tissues is clear. I'll just show slides, presentation with slides which show the figures neatly. Okay.
Listen to the first tissue, parenchyma, is with very thin walled cells. The cells are living. So the cytoplasm and nucleus there. The second tissue, collenchyma, you can see the cells are with their corners thickened. This thickening is due to pectin. And the third tissue is sclerenchyma. Listen to the sclerenchyma. Here you can see completely thick walled cells. And this thickening is fully due to lignin deposits. Okay? The sclerenchyma tissue consists of two types of cells, the sclerites and fibers. The sclerites are broad, whereas fibers are narrow. So the next tissue, complex tissue, xylem, with its components, vessels, tracheids, fibers and parenchyma. Whereas the complex tissue, phloem, is with sieve cell. Many sieve cells form a sieve tube, and phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers, and the living companion cells with prominent nucleus. Thank you.
Okay, if this section is clear, means see you in the next class with animal histology. Okay, thank you.